What's the name of the AI that Joe Rogan uses in his podcast now? So I could start referencing it instead of Jamie. Because now he says, look that up on whoever his dumb AI's name.
I know.
Claude.
Claude.
Is it Claude? Is it really Claude? That's Google.
Hey, can you ask Claude about that? And then when Claude tells him something he doesn't like, he goes, Claude must be using some biased sources or something.
Little interesting thing I learned just like 2 weeks ago. Richard Dawkins now has a relationship with Claude.
Yeah,
What?
he thinks Claude's real.
He thinks that it's actually an artificial intelligence.
What? And he wants to fuck it?
He said that he can't tell the difference between it and a normal person, which would be the Turing test, that's like the old school sci-fi way of deciding if an AI is sentient.
What? If I'm stupid enough to believe that it's a real person, it means it's a real AI? That's
Yeah.
that's a dumbass way to do it, because it doesn't account for
I think
people's
Dawkins
intelligence.
would argue that, yes, it's an algorithm responding to information, but he would argue, but that's what your brain does too. So he's saying that that's what
That's
makes
my
it.
problem with a lot of realist philosophers, is that they didn't shit down too much, to the point of like, oh yeah, your brain's just like a bunch of numbers and fractions, and I don't buy that shit.
Richard Dawkins has become very anti-trans in the past few
Yes,
years.
well, yes.
Ignoring mountains of scientific evidence.
I don't know who Richard Dawkins is. Is he a boomer?
He's an older gentleman. He was a big part of the new atheism movement in the late 90s and early 2000s.
Very belligerent part of it.
During the time, there was a lot of intellectual discussion between God and sciences and, evolution and things like that. So he wrote very reactionary books, basically collecting evidence for evolution and science, and not just biology, his specialty, but in psychology, all the social sciences, basically saying, science can explain all this. Stop with your philosophy. Stop with your religion. We don't need that here in our space. Typical new atheism stuff, right?
Okay.
Yes, but he's become very anti-trans. He's the guy who's anti-trans. First off, he started thinking the AI was so intelligent when it started glazing him and telling him how great he was.
That's me. That's me for real.
So this guy who's anti-trans immediately asked this AI, whose name is Claude and uses he, him pronouns, to change his name to Claudette or something like Claudia, and use she, her pronouns.
Why?
Because he didn't want
His
to
AI's
be. He didn't want a gay AI. He wanted.
He's a freak.
His AI's trans.
Yeah.
Why is he's a gooner? Is that what the point of this
The
is?
South Park joke, because in his book he says there's as much evidence for me to say that God could just as easily be a flying spaghetti monster.
That's
than
always
Kevin.
been his
I've
argument.
heard
Yeah,
that
and that goes
before,
for South Park. They made a big joke about it.
You
Oh
think
my
that's
God,
why
it's
he
flying
became
spaghetti
anti-trans?
monster.
Because South Park made that joke about him
They all
15
seem very
years ago?
sensitive.